Hello, 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 everybody. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Ah, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? I said, what y'all doing? Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to all of my good peoples. My good peoples. Whose house? Our house. Hello and welcome. Thank y'all so much for popping in to join the live and catch the vibe and all of that. I greatly appreciate y'all so, so much. Every time we pop on, y'all pop in. That part right there. To my mods, my amazing mods, hello and welcome. Thank y'all so much for popping in on the live. I greatly appreciate you so much. Miss Maria says, good Sunday evening squad. Y'all know what it is. It's a G thing. Get in here, come on in the room and close the door, grab a snack, a seat, and let's chat it up. She says, house rules, no CC's names, initials only. Use creative spelling for cursing. Over here, we agree to disagree. Respect for discourse only. All is alleged in our opinion for entertainment. Enjoy. She says, help us grow. Tap the thumbs up, subscribe, support. $ G Strickland 8. Super chat, super sticker. Share join for $2.99. Our goal for March 2K subs, 5 per live, super chat, super sticker for as little as 99 cents. Hype up the video. Enjoy. Hey, Miss Faith, she says, good evening, everyone. Look at Miss Faith coming on through here with her super sticker. Miss Faith, you better, what? Miss Faith, I tell you what, Miss Faith don't be playing with y'all. She ain't about to be playing with nobody. She ain't about to be playing. Where my stuff at? Miss Faith done come through here, starting to kicking things off. Come on through here. Thank you, Miss Faith, for your super sticker. I greatly appreciate you so much. She says, good evening, G. Miss Carla says, hit the like button. Hey, OpCam, Miss Carla says. OpCam says, good evening, G and chat. Hello, beautiful. Welcome. Thank you for popping in. Miss Charnel, hello, beautiful. Miss Carla says, hey, Maria and Miss Faith. Yes, that part right there. Hey, Miss Gail. Miss Gail, where you been? You enjoying your new home? Your new home? Home? She says, hello, everyone. Child, I got something, I don't know where it's at. But how y'all doing? Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. I greatly appreciate y'all so, so much for popping in up over here at our house. Hey, Miss Dee Dee. She said, G Mods and chats. Hello, beautiful. Welcome. How are you today? Um, so yesterday is gone. Today is a new amazing day. Um, I was talked off the ledge by my big sis today, and I'm so grateful for it because it makes a whole lot of sense. So today is a new day, and that's what we're gonna start at with a new day. Um, Everybody's welcome to join the live. You're welcome to engage in the live. We laugh over here. We happy over here. We have fun up over here. And that's it. That's all. I did get a little disturbed yesterday, but that's gone. I'm done with it. Thank you to my big sis. When I tell y'all she talked me off the ledge, because I be harassing her. And she did, honey. And it made a whole lot of sense. So I have to tell her thank you. And I love you so much. Joy to the world says, happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. I had a thumbnail. And I took that thumbnail down. So the only thing I really was talking about, because I did have a whole lot to say, but like I said, my big sis said, we're not about to be playing those games. And I said, okay, then I'm gonna let you have your way this time, since you always thinking you know everything. That's what I tell her. Since she thinks she know everything. But I love her so much, and she know that. And so we just gonna be talking about any and everything, child, for this little hour, or however long it goes. Like my sister said, we starting a new day. We happy over here. We good up over here. And it is what it is, and we're gonna keep on thriving because we almost at that 2K, 2K, 2K. Yes, we almost at that 2K, honey. So, we got to stay focused. Hey, Miss Salt Night. She says, Happy Sunday, G. Miss Maria Mars and Chats. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? I know Miss Carla didn't come up in here talking about what y'all talking about. I think she did. But y'all, my tablet, it's not letting me connect to this stupid T-Mobile. See, that's how come on. I can't stand T-Mobile and Verizon and all them other folk, honey. I won't going through this here bullshiggity with my US cellular, but now I keep going through the chain. And I want y'all good people to know I done been on the phone with them T-Mobile people this morning for about 2 hours. And he told me he fixed it, honey. I get ready to go live and I ain't getting nothing. No internet. I said, not the enter to the net. Child, I cannot be. I'm going by. I'm going back. I'm called seeking I get me a house phone tomorrow. Can I go live with the house phone? Child, these phones is making me sick of them. I'm sick of them phones. Sick of them. Child, here I go again tomorrow. And they said we're supposed to have some more bipolar weather tomorrow, child. Talking about it's supposed to be raining, snowing, sleeting, and cats and dogs. All kinds of stuff supposed to go on tomorrow, child. I don't know what's going to happen. But if it's not doing all of that stuff that they saying it's supposed to happen, I'm going to have to go down here to the phone company, child. And I'm going to tell them when I get there, I'm sick of y'all too. I'm sick of all y'all. I'm sick of all y'all. So hopefully I can stay focused on this here chat. To my mods, if y'all see any craziness, just go ahead on. We ain't even gonna hold a conversation or lose any energy. Just go ahead on and block those people that don't want to be happy and be thankful for another day and enjoy the day that God has given us. Just go ahead and block them. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We don't have time for that over here. Thank God for what He has done for my channel. I'm so grateful and I appreciate it. So that's that on that. Miss Maria says that Charnette, she says, hey girl, happy Sunday. Miss Carla said this channel is about love, laughter, and family. That part right there. Miss Maria says at Op Camp, she says, hey friend. Carla says, not a house phone, girl, a whole house phone. I'm sure gonna ask them when I get down yonder to the mall, child. I'm sick of going down there wasting my good gas down there right steady to this here during T-Mobile. I ain't go through all of this here. Worrying me. Miss Maria says, yeah, hey friend, how you been? Miss Carla says, hey Lisa. Miss Maria says, Miss Dee, hello, how are you feeling today? Yes, that part. So yeah, I don't know what happened. I couldn't see the live yesterday. And God always block blessings, block things that He really don't even want you to see. But for a minute I couldn't read my chat yesterday. And but anyway, like I said, that's yesterday gone. But hopefully I can read it today. I am on my phone. I can't use my tablet because it won't connect. So it is what it is. Thank you, Miss Carla, so much for your super stick. I greatly appreciate y'all coming through. We 3 more away. I appreciate y'all helping out. Because like I said, I created the channel, but it's our house. It's not my house. Miss Maria says it's Salt Light. She says, hello, gorgeous. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Miss Salt Light. Miss Gail says, hey, Maria, how are you? I just been working. Miss Gail, is you still enjoying your new house? I ain't forgot about it, Miss Gail. I've been wondering where you was at, honey, because I was looking for you. And I just told the good people, I said, I think Miss Gail just enjoying her new home and I ain't mad at it. She'll be back. Hey, Miss Candy. She said, hey, G. Maria and chat. Candy girl, you are my world. Hey, honey, how are you today? Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday. So, Miss Carla, can we kick it on off? We're talking about Clarence, child. Clarence done got caught out y'all with another man. Another man is getting his time. Child, I think that's what I heard. Miss Maria says, Lord, say, hey, friend, where you been? Miss Maria says, hey, Candy. Hey, Candy girl, what up, Doc? Miss Carla says, hey, Candy, Miss Gail. Miss Candy says, hey, Carla girl. Hey, Carla girl. Carla girl. Woo, child. Miss Candy. All Clarence do is lie. Miss Candy, I made me a homemade cheeseburger, no veggie, and I had some French fries today, Miss Candy. Go ahead and spank my hands or whatever you want to do. I don't even care about knocking them french fries and that cheeseburger I made for myself was pretty doggone good. I ain't going beyond Five Guys. I sure didn't, y'all. Y'all always thinking I'm going over there to Five Guys or somewhere. Mm-mm. Woo, child. Child, the old people used to say, and honey, I was as full as a tick, honey. I was just feeling really good right about now, child. So I said, I got to get up here and check on my people, see how y'all doing, how y'all been feeling today. Hope y'all have had an amazing day so far. And we're just gonna chat it up for a little bit and check on each other and say a little prayer, make sure everybody's doing good. Okay, not another hamburger for the next 2 months. What? I just put my own foot in my mouth. Die. Die. Oh. Well, I probably won't want another one after then anyway, Miss Candy. Now what? Because I'll be baited out on the cheeseburgers. Maria says, again, okay, I'm blessed and highly favored, honey. Miss Gail says, hey, Carla, how are you? Miss Candy says, gee, I don't want you to get mad cow disease. It's real. Okay, Miss Candy, I'm listening. Where is Ma Sweet? She better not be nowhere getting doing nothing. She ain't got no business. I know that. I hadn't seen her not yet, but she'll be popping on, honey, probably in a little bit. And she pop on, she probably gonna be dragging me by the toes. So about that thing said this time. I know what time it said. I pop on when I get ready to pop on Ma Sweet. She might be out there in the yard. You know, all the girls out there in the yard on a Sunday, honey. I don't know. She just might be out there in the yard. Mm-hmm. She just might be. Y'all get on in here. If you want to laugh and feel special, y'all come on in, engage in the chat. We don't do craziness over here. We don't. The Mars are, in my thought, I don't know where she's at. Miss Sexy Diva, Miss Denise. They somewhere, child. My sweet probably gave them a road trip, child. I don't know. They better hear them pop up in here because they ain't going to be able to tell me nothing different. They done jumped in that van and gone with my sweet somewhere. You know she got the bag of money, hun. She's got the bag of money. And she just left me out. Miss Maria says a caller. Probably at Fort Dix checking the yard. Child not checking the yard. Miss Carla says a my sweet in the bushes listening. I that too. Miss Maria says that Candy. Yikes, I had a cheeseburger today. See, Miss Candy? See that, Miss Candy? Now what you got to say? Mm-hmm. Girl, old cheeseburger pretty good. I'm trying to tell you. Miss Candy was just something quick and easy. And I just wanted to kill the hunger pain. That's all I was trying to do, Miss Candy. But I understand. I'm listening. I'm listening to you. I guess I'll be eating vegetables for the rest of the April, May, March, April. Probably to June sometime. I guess I'll be on strict diet. About all she want me to eat. She don't want me to eat no meat. But I ain't gonna be hard-headed like Miss Carla be hard-headed. She always be want me to listen to her, but she don't never be listening to me. She claims she gonna be fixing her prepper meals for the week or something. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to harass her probably about like the little taste of the middle of the week just to check on things, and I'm gonna let Miss Candy know what she doing too. Miss Candy says, Maria, you don't appear to be a repeat offender like you. No, girl, did she just go? I know Miss Candy. Miss Candy just called me a repeat offender. Miss Carla, you better not putting out no laughing emoji in this mofo. You better not. You better not. She gonna call me a repeat offender. What? Got me scratching my head. Scratching my whole head. She called me a repeat offender. Miss Carla says I love meat, so Miss Candy, that do not apply to me. Oh yeah, it apply to you as well. Sure do. Y'all be trying to push everything off on me. Miss Maria says, y'all, my wig blew off. I just got home, bent down to straighten the rug on the porch, and a gust of wind blew it right on off. I caught it before it flew in the bushes. What Miss Denise said? Miss Denise. Lord, not the wind flew off, child. Was that the good one, Miss Maria? Was that the good one? She says that Candy not a repeat offender. Girl, she called me a whole repeat offender. I was just feeling some type of way, but I ain't about to argue with no doctor, hun. I sure ain't not up in this mofo here. We're not about to do that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Sure ain't. Child. Mm-mm. I forgot where this was, y'all, but did y'all see where that young girl hit that baby with her car, a 6-year-old little boy? Child, when my kids were 6 years old, they were never outside by themselves, and he's no longer here, y'all. The driver did get out, and she held the little boy, rocking him back and forth, yelling and screaming and crying. His eyes closed, and he was pronounced unalive at the hospital. But mother, father, what is a 6-year-old doing outside by herself? I'll wait. That's ridiculous. Miss Candy says that yes, at Maria, it applies to you. Let's get healthy or stay healthy this year. Yes, ma'am. I ain't about to argue with her, Miss Maria. You can take that one. I ain't doing it. I ain't finna argue with her. Miss Sunlight says, Miss Carla, don't you fix that good chicken salad. See, why you gotta compare her chicken salad with my chicken salad? Can't nobody tell me my chicken salad ain't better than Miss Carla's chicken salad. But she thinks she be making the best chicken salad, and I'm gonna let her have it too. I'm gonna let her have it. But yes, to answer that question for you, Miss Salt and Light, so she say. I ain't never received mine yet, but it's still traveling through the mail, I guess. I don't know. Miss Candy says, did y'all see the little girl in Georgia beat up by bullies at the bus stop and unalived? No. I just saw about that little boy that was 6 years old got hit by that car, and he's no longer here. Miss Carla says, "What was the mother and father at?" Child, I don't know. And the girl, she didn't get charged with manslaughter or nothing like that. She got charged with revoked license and no insurance, I think. But that was so sad. You never let your child out of the house at 6 years old by himself. Who does that? What were you doing? What were y'all at? What? Mm, that was so sad. A child. My granddaughter, um, she's 9. One of my granddaughters is 9. My son said she don't want to ride no bus. He ain't want her to ride no bus. She ain't riding no bus. She gets picked. She gets dropped off and picked it up. She ain't standing outside at no bus stop. My son ain't about to let her be outside by herself. She the only child. She ought to be used to it by now, honey. She's 9. She ought to be used to it by now. None of that. My son is her best friend. And they do everything together pertaining to outside. She don't be outside by herself. If he outside cooking on the grill, he got to run in the house to get something. Let's go. Come on. Come on. We'll come back in a minute. Don't let your children be outside by themselves. Freaks come out at night. Freaks come out at night. Miss Kenneth says nowadays it's not safe for black teenagers to be out alone, let alone a 6-year-old. Ain't that something? Child, that was so terrible. That was just so terrible. That baby gone. He's an angel now, but all that woulda, coulda, shoulda, child. What were you doing? What was you doing for this baby to be out there by himself? And he ran into the street, y'all. I forgot to tell y'all that part. He ran out into the street to get his ball. That's what he ran out there to get. His ball went in the street, and he ran after the ball and got hit by that car. Thank God that person was not on texting or nothing like that. That's a blessing by itself. But that baby should have never been outside by itself. I don't care what she was doing. Or if she was in the backyard and he just was in the front yard, or no, because I'm always turning my head around. When my kids were small, I was always turning my head. Where you at, boy? Where you at, boy? Where you at? My grandkids, you gonna do what? Wait a minute, I'm coming. No, I was just overbearing. I guess you can call me one of them overbearing people. Nah, child. Not with my kids. Uh, yeah, but that was so sad. And that's bad too. Miss Candy, how old was the child that got bullied at the bus stop and no longer here unalive? Did it say? Do we know? Do we know? Do we have an idea? Um, Miss Carla says the generation is so careless. We don't have big mamas anymore. Miss Carla, I'm a big mama when it comes to my grandkids, honey. Mm-mm. And they be trying to run away. They about to catch something on up on the head. My thoughts, girl, where you been? Good evening. Talking with G Chat and Mod Sisters. I was waiting on the other site. Anyway, what's cooking, mamas? Girl, we up in here chatting it up. We up in here just chatting it up. I was telling them about my sister taught me off the ledge today. And you know, yesterday is gone. We got a new day. We gonna continue to do what we do over here. If they come up in the chat, my thoughts, Ike or fool, we just gonna kick them out of here for good, and we're gonna keep on doing what we've been doing. Yesterday's gone. God has given us a new day, and we're so glad about it. And that's where we are. Miss Maria says that, gee, you ain't got to tell me twice. Ah, hey, Miss Sexy Diva. She says, hello, talking with G in chat. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Happy Sunday. Hope you're having an amazing day. Miss Candy said the little girl was 11 or 12. She was heard saying to the girls, I don't even know you. Ain't that something, y'all? Where is the mamas at with these kids? Miss Maria says in my thoughts, hey, my sister Maud, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody has had an amazing day. If you don't think this is an amazing day, try going without it. How about that? God is so amazing. Yes. Ooh, that is so terrible. Don't even know them? What is, oh my God. That is terrible. Miss Maria says that sexy diva. Hey, baby, sister Ma, what's popping in the desert today? She getting all the good weather. I don't even. She just getting all the get all the good weather. Child, Miss Sexy Diva had let me know. She 3 hours, but Miss Sexy Diva. I'm 3 hours behind you. I'm 3 hours behind her. She 3 hours behind me. I said, girl, thank you for letting me know, cause I harass somebody in a minute. They know how I do. And now that I know my number one stunner. Child, I be texting Miss Maria in the wee hours of the morning. She had the audacity to respond back to me. And then I get to going back and forth to myself, what is you doing up at this time in the morning? And she be asking me the same question, honey. We don't never come up with no conclusion. We just text her. I guess one of us fall asleep. I guess that's what be happening. Mm. Hey, Miss Deborah. She says, hey, G Mars and chats. Hello, beautiful. Welcome. How are you? Happy Sunday. The likes are like and thanks. Deborah says, hey, yeah, Maria. Miss Maria says that Deborah, hey, friend, hey. But yeah, y'all, what y'all think about Clarence Child? Do y'all think 50 Cent about to snatch her whole wig off? Child, she laughs like a little girl. She acts so childish and immature. That's good, Miss Deborah. She says, I'm good, G. Miss Sensitive says, hello, Maria, my sister Maud, on my way to work. Thank you so much for popping in up over here at our house, honey, and hitting that good old like button, child. We sure appreciate you, Mama, the baby of the bunch. But she sounds like a little kid. She acts like a little kid, and she wants y'all good people, Miss Carla, to know that she ain't never cheated on Pap. What? Miss Sexy says we 3 hours behind you, G. All righty, Miss Sexy I'm gonna try to remember, child. But you know, if I don't remember and I just keep on calling, that means you need to call me back. Woo, child, that what that mean, honey. That what that mean. Miss Maria says at Candy, I saw that too. Tragic. Ain't that terrible? Who does that? Miss Deborah says, hey at Miss Sexy Diva. That is a shame. Child, we got to get some big mamas. These kids has got to get back into control. They just all over the place. Miss Maria says, "Sexy diva, be careful. Gee, you will fall asleep on the people. Girl, I fall asleep on everybody, honey. Don't take it personal. Do not take it personal. I call you. I'm wide awake. I'm full energetic. But honey, throughout that call, I'm subject. You hear, girl, I be snoring just like that right there, honey. And all you better say is she gone. That's that good sleep right there. She gone. Mm-hmm. Family don't be talking about when I go to sleep on them, so get over it. Until the next time that I choose to wake up and harass whoever. Where's Miss Denise at? 'Cause, child, Miss Denise don't never sleep, y'all. She don't never sleep. Mm-mm. Miss Deborah says, "Hey, Carla." Miss says, "Steve to my." She did fell asleep on me a couple times. LOL, girl, I go to sleep on you in a good minute, honey. My thought says, "Hey, Carla, my friend, I can't help it, honey. So don't y'all take that stuff personally." I'm like, and then I hear y'all calling my name, but I can't answer. Miss Sensitive says, "Hello at my thoughts." I can't answer. I be hearing y'all. I be like, what? And she says, "Hello at call." I be forgot y'all. I called y'all. Y'all called me. I just be forgot, honey. I just be like, okay. They understand. To the next time. To the next time. Miss Carla says, "Hello at Miss Sexy Diva." Child, y'all got to keep up with these children, honey. Ooh, child, the youngins having youngins. That's the problem. I think that's what the problem is. And then when the youngins is having youngins, they forget all about that's a whole responsibility. That's a whole lifetime responsibility. I think that's what's going on. Child, you can't let these kids out of the house like that. We could go out the house in the 70s, 80s, and 90s and stuff like. You can't do that stuff no more. You got to keep your eyes on these kids. Child, I cannot. My thought says it's sexy diva. What's up, lady? I hate that baby lost his life at 6 months. Miss Deborah says, "Hey, my thoughts." Yes, that part right there is so sad, y'all. Mm, mm. But I just know that baby right there, he's an angel, y'all. He is an angel now. I hate that happened to him. My goodness, that was sad. Um, What y'all say about Clarence with her lying tail? Y'all think Clarence done been over there or doing some rumbling with somebody else while Pap up there in New York City? New York. Pap all the way up there in New York. She said he over there in New York probably playing, so I think I'll play too, honey. She up there talking about she about to sue 50 Cent. I said, I don't know what she trying to sue 50 Cent for. 50 Cent about to snatch your wig off again. My thoughts is that Deborah, she says, "Hey, friend. Yeah, 50 Cent's about to snatch that wig off again." Miss Carla says Clarence has several men. They better go to the doctor and get a check. Uh, Miss Carla, she ain't dropping low and spreading the wire like that, is she? Nah, Clarence. Girl, I know you lying. What? They don't need to go get not another Martell hoe. What? We got a female Martell hoe, y'all. That's a shame. That's a whole shame right there. They say Clarence Middle stank. Oop, Miss Carla, I cannot with you. I cannot with you, Miss Carla. Not the middle is stinking. Stinking? Oh my God. Well, if they say the middle is stinking, I understand why Pap be always on the go, honey. I get it now, Pap. I wasn't understanding some time ago, but if that's the case, I don't blame you. I'd be running too, honey. I sure would. I ain't about to be dealing with that bullshiggity. Not me. Miss Maria says that, "Gee, it was my shirt. It was my shirt." Cute one. I didn't pin it down. It was your skirt or your shirt. It better not be skirt. Maybe she meant to say what she said, which was shirt. Cute one. I didn't pin it down. And it had a skirt flying up out you. Hey, Miss Sonia. Hey, beautiful. How are you today? How you feeling? Sending love and prayers still your way to the family. Miss Maria says that Candy, how I catch a stray. Yeah, see that's what I'm talking about right there. I am the only one with no sound. Can everybody can hear me? Y'all can hear me? Miss, I thought you might have to click off and come back in. Beautiful. Miss Deborah says, I know Clarence is not cheating, not the way she proclaims her love for Pam. Honey, that what the word is on the screen. Miss Sexy Diva says, hello, Sonia. Miss Deborah says, hey, Sonia. Still prayers up for Sonia and the family, y'all. Still prayers up. Miss Sonia says, hi at my thoughts. My thoughts says that Deborah, she said they have golden love. I guess it was just a piece of tea. I took my mom to church today. Yes, Miss Sonia. Prayers up to your mom. Y'all make sure y'all stay around her and show her all the love and support. That's when it's mostly needed after everything is all said and done. Where is Ma Sweet? Can y'all go tell Ma Sweet the yard is about to close and I'm going to need her to put her face in the presence up over in here on this side of the town? Because she stays out there on that yard so much. Miss Sonia says, hi, Sexy Diva. That's why she can't get in. They're going to send me a message after I get off the live, talking about I missed the live. And I'm going to reply back to her this time. I'm sure you did because you was out there in Fort Diggs. How are you, my friend? My thought says that Miss Sonia. Miss Sonia, my thought says, how are you, my friend? Yeah, prayers up still for the family. Prayers up for the family. Miss Deborah says, hi at my thought. I cannot. Child. Miss Carla's letting the good people know that Clarence is out here dropping it low and spreading the wide, child. I never thought I would have put that there on Clarence. Child, is she okay? What is she? Y'all know sometimes when people got low self-esteem, they do that. Just let men run amok and they think that's somehow considered as, they love me or something of that sort. A lot of people like that with low self-esteem. So baby, I'm gonna need you to bring that up a little bit or something, child. Being out young and mess around, catch up something you can't get rid of. Child, she got all the men on the yard. Is she's a brick house? Is Clarence a brick house? Cause I already just really just see a face on, Miss Saint says, I'm good. Enjoyed the replay yesterday. Well, we glad you did, Miss Sonia. My thought says, G, is it my side? I have not been hearing you talking. Can y'all hear me talking? Can everybody else hear me talking? Put a 1 if y'all can hear me talking. My thought says she can't hear. I don't know what's going on, my thoughts. Drop out my thoughts and come back in. Nobody else has said they couldn't hear me. Thank you, Miss Sonia. She can hear me. Miss Salt and Light can. Everybody else can. So just drop out my thoughts and come back in. Miss Daphne, I'm not gonna read that out loud. We dealt with that yesterday. We on a new day and we loving like we love up over here. We all did, to answer your question. And we're gonna leave it just like that. We're gonna leave it there. My thought says you are going in and out. Everybody else is straight, my thoughts. I'm gonna need you to get yourself together, honey. And Miss Maria says to Sonia, hey girl, hey, how are you and mom? She said they went to church, Miss Maria. My thought says, okay, I will. Thank you, Miss Candy. Miss Daphne, Miss Maria says that Daphne, hey friend, how you been? We're Yeah, we did yesterday. Prayers up to all. Um, we put she said, "Thank you for not reading out loud." Um, yes, ma'am. We dealt with that, and we had a little taste of a visitor, and all of that. But yesterday is gone. Today's a new day, and we're gonna get back to what we do up over here at our house, and that's laughing, enjoying each other, praying for each other, and all the above, and discussing whatever we want to discuss. We only put CC's names in the chat if it's on a positive note. That lady hasn't did anything or nothing like that, but we just that's what we do. If we shouting them out on a good note, trash, garbage, and all of that, we're leaving that at the back door. Miss Sister Diva says, I don't believe he sleep with her. I believe she was kicking with him and DM each other, but on his live, he was he was backpedal. Child. Miss Carla says, hey, Sonya. And Miss Daphne, my big sister up in here, I harassed her today, and she had a good old. She did me like Jed Clampett did with Jethro and Ellie Mae. She had a long talk with this girl, and we done with that. We on a new day, and I thank God for her too, and I love her. Miss Maria says, I thought they said the victim was at a new school. Who, Miss Maria? What are you talking about? Miss Daphne says, hey, Miss Maria. Yeah, she talked me off the ledge today. She did. I had to throw my whole thumbnail away. I said, well, then, okay, let me just start over. God always give you what you need, honey. Mm-hmm. I told her first, and she like, gee. I said, okay, let me listen. Since you always think you know everything. Oh, yeah. Ooh, child. But honey, that's what it's out here that I seen on the YouTuber streets that made any kind of sense, child. There's some clips flying around about that love and marriage Huntsville. That's it. Miss Maria, you told me they was gonna be done took this mess off the air by now. What's taking so long? What is really going on with that? Miss Maria says that, gee, remember I used to work an overnight shift, so I'm likely to be up at 5:30 a.m. Child, I ain't complaining about you being up at no 5:30, honey. Thank you. Miss Daphne says, good to hear, G, keep your positive energy for those who deserve it. Absolutely, Miss Daphne. And thank you so much for your words of encouragement. I greatly appreciate it so much. And that's what we do over here. We laugh, we talk. And sometimes we may cry. We give each other words of encouragement. And with the way people are in the world today, that's what we all need, words of encouragement. I don't have the energy for that. It depletes me and drains my energy, so I can't do it. My thought is they have no love, and I wonder about the marriage. Ooh, child. That bullshiggity is done, over with, and wasted. Miss Carla tell my G stop. Well, you do be trying to act like you know everything sometimes. How come we be going toe to toe? But y'all don't be knowing we be going at it. But that's our little thing, hun. Then we just come on back and okay. Miss Sexy Diva says from the clips I watched, that's a shit show. Sassy CK F that show up. And maybe that's perhaps why he's trying to get some of the people to come back up over there too. Miss Sain says, I heard Tuna and Kimmy doesn't have anything going on, so they went with Destiny to Detroit. They allegedly supposed to been going with her to Detroit, but I don't know if Marceau said, you going to go with her to Detroit? And I guess Marceau and Lemonheads allegedly supposed to be going with them as well, child. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see the clip that be falling around and see who went to Detroit and who didn't go to Detroit, child. I don't know. But they can take that show off as soon as it's possible, if you ask me. Miss Carla says, they internet is tearing Tuna Cat up. Child, they stay tearing her up with her childish, immature, behind tail self. I cannot with her. She requires too much, and I just don't have it to give her. I don't have it, child. She requires a whole lot. And Kimmy sit up there just like a dumb rock. She always goes along with Tisha, but she gets super excited to go back and let Lemonhead know that I was rah-rahing for Tisha, and always lying, putting the blame on somebody else. Kimmy is a low life. She's just pitiful. My thoughts is I've been waiting to hear Big Ken respond to Hotcake saying with his full chest that Ken and his friend Will are not Peach Buddies. I made sure to get that on the replay. What? Girl, I ain't hear that damn. Thank you, Miss Maria. I ain't hear that. Miss Sexy Diva says, who care about seeing Dusty Dan, Crackhead Mammy, and them junkie born sip? Ooh, God dog it, girl, you went in, Miss Sexy Diva. Well, tell us how you really feel. I heard Ken up there still trying to have Marquez in on his as his storyline. You still holding this, and he is the problem. He is. Marquez ain't even on that damn show. I'm like, that dude is obsessed with Marquez. What is wrong with Ken? You ugly bat. Let me shut up. See, thank y'all for stopping me. Y'all always talk me off the ledge. That's why I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for stopping me. I greatly appreciate it so much. But yeah, he's still trying to put Marquez in as their storyline. Marquez said for all of y'all kick rocks. Only thing he worried about is his kids and his new girl, his new love. And the problem with that is Tristan found out that Marquez got another girl is getting his time, and she is pissed the F off. Why you say that, G? Because she thought Marquez would never find another. But the devil is a lie. The Lord said, he didn't deserve you, but that doesn't mean he doesn't deserve her. Marquez is moving right along, honey, and Ken is still trying to have Marquez as a storyline. I said, God bless him on his journey, because he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing, y'all. Sad, 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 just sad and pathetic. And I wish the both of them can all Miss Maria, when they gonna take that show off the TV? When they gonna take it off the TV? Y'all, please make sure y'all hitting that like, share, and subscribe button for me. Greatly appreciate it. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're 3 away from the goal. 99 cents, y'all. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I ain't doing nothing. Next week, Nell's supposed to be crying. Her daughter, Kayla, she always depressed. Nell need to go she need to go lay on Dr. Francis' couch. She need to go lay on Dr. Francis's couch. Somebody should. She needs some therapy. But I do understand, where Nell is coming from, because when you got the whole entire, seem like everything falls on you, and the good people is telling me, Flesher, I know what I said. He ain't got his license back yet. Everything is falling on Nell. That can become overwhelming. So, but at the same time, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And it is what it is. Miss Deborah said, but Ken and Will is having Marquez's girlfriend on their podcast. Why would Ken even be around her? What, Miss Deborah? Child, maybe Marquez should not have allowed that to happen. Miss Salt Light says, what happened to Ayana Fix My Life coming back on? Miss Salt Light, I've been waiting on that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. She was supposed to been back on. Miss Salt Light, we gotta investigate that there, honey. Short. My thought says Nell needs to have a little talk with Jesus. Man can't fix her problem. No, ma'am. And sometimes we tend to take on more than we can handle. So I think she's always taking on too much. But as far as Fletcher goes, he better figure that bullshiggity out. Miss Saint says, hi at Salt and Light. He better figure that out, because you play with my livelihood for a friend. You chose a friend over your family and your livelihood. Boy, he better come up with a better. He better have a better answer than what he been given. Fletcher, that was so dumb of you. That was just so dumb of you. There's no excuse for that. But I did hear that he's paid like $13,000 so far, something like that. But he still hasn't gotten his license back yet. So I'm really not sure about what's gonna happen with that child. But whichever way it goes, he should have known better. That's how I see it. Miss Soundlight says, "Hey, Miss Sonya." That's how I see it. Miss Sensitivity says, "I don't feel no ways about BBL Nair and cheating Chris after they played the Queen. Y'all was a wealthy couple of Huntsville. Let y'all tell it." And they did. Played all up in her face. Hey, Nair! Hey, Nair! That's how come I ain't got no. I don't feel no ways tired about Nair Fletcher and what she got going through. She thought that bullshit was funny the whole while trying to play. Martell said pick a side, and what did she do? She hurry up and pick the side, didn't she? And you chose the wrong side, so we don't care. Feel like it is what it is. Do y'all think that Kimmy is trying to play nice with everybody so Lemonhead don't divorce that ass? She was throwing in Monster. Now she throwing in trying to play like she loved Tisha to death and all that kind of stuff. Child Maurice still don't want you, hun. He still don't want you. Miss Sexy Diva says that part, G. Maurice still don't want you, hun. He don't care nothing about no tuna cat and monster either. He don't care about them people. Miss Deborah says, yes, it's something to do with Dr. Heavenly running for office. I do not know if Marquez's girlfriend is working on her campaign, and maybe that is why she is on their podcast. Okay, Miss Deborah, we're going to ride with that one right there until we find out a little bit better. But I think as far as Ken goes, he's going to be probably trying to throw some questions in. How you and Marquez doing? How you getting along with Marquez? Yeah. You know how he do. My thought says Fletch still trying to hide what people already know. He for the streets. My boy might have his side chick up next for an interview. Oop, not up for an interview, my thought. I cannot with you. Miss Assault Lights says Nell also brought up the millimeters on that girls trip, starting all that state where you stand, Miss. I was done after that. So was I, Miss Salt Light, because I can't stand her little 4 feet ass. Child, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Well, Miss Salt Light, I'm trying to get my son to get me down there to that restaurant where I can eat all the buffet down there at the seafood place. Is you gonna give me that name or what? He said, "Well, Mama, what's the name?" I said, "Oh no, I gotta ask her again." Miss Something like, don't keep a girl waiting. I just want to go down there. I do. Child, I cannot. Child, I don't know, but I've been waiting for Miss Maria to drop down here in this chat and let me know when the last show gonna be with this here mess, because I'm sick of it now. I'm like Miss Salt Night. Where's Ayana at? I was waiting on her. I gave it to you, 21st Street Seafood. Okay, thank you, Miss Salt Night. I'm letting him know. Let him know. 21st Street Seafood. Program that in my head. 21st Street Seafood. Okay. Because if it's free, honey, it's for me. Child, can you imagine me just sitting in there? I'm going to say, son, you got to touch your mama out there to the car shoe. I'm not going to be driving, child. I'm going to be a passenger that day because I'm going to need to be a passenger. I don't want to be doing no kind of drive nowhere, honey. I'm going to be taking a little nap when I get in the car, honey. I don't want nobody talking to him. I'm going to be like my granddaughter. I might get me a set of headsets, put them on my ear, and block out all the noise. I don't want to hear that. Son, don't talk to us right now. I will screenshot the Facebook page to you. Thank you, Miss Salt and Light. Appreciate that. But yeah, that part right there. My thoughts. What do you think about this here, Natasha? Them still trying to get justice for Dro. Miss Tasha. My thoughts. I thought it was over. The eye to the topsy report done came out, and the man done said it was ruled as an accident. My thoughts. Why do you think these people is still trying to get a private investigator, and for what cause? What would be the cause you need a private investigator for? Because they saying empty thing that he had gonna go to the cheerings or the mother. I mean, my thoughts. What's your take on that right there? Because it don't make no sense to me. And my thoughts says, has anyone heard that it is normal for worms to be in the fish that we buy from fast food? So now, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? My thoughts. My thoughts. Why you had to do that? I already done told y'all I am weak. If you know about it, don't tell me, cause it's gonna kill my mood. I ain't gonna be able to eat it no more. Miss Maria says Ayana new show is called The Inside Fix. It's supposed to come on at 8 p.m. Saturday on. But we haven't seen it, Miss Maria. My thought, Lord, she just done tore me all to pieces. I'm trying to get down there, get me some good daggone seafood. Well, what's in the crab legs? Can I eat a crab leg? Child, I cannot. Miss Maria to my she don't know. Lord, my thoughts just tore me all to pieces. And she know I love seafood. That's all I be talking about, y'all. I don't be talking about all that the other stuff. Gee, I just sent to your Instagram. Thank you, Miss Salt and Light. I saw it come up. Thank you. My thought says, I thought about that lobster tail you had. See there? I'm trying to get over that. I'm trying to get over that. I told my son about it, and they said, Mom, I don't blame you. I would have been done. I said, I thought that I threw all that crap away. I couldn't even finish eating the scrimps, and I couldn't finish that lobster tail, honey. I was done. I ain't never had no lobster tail like that. Child, I like to gave birth to a lobster tail in my mouth. Woo, child. I cannot. Taught me a lesson, though. Child, don't y'all be riding down the road eating no food in the dark, honey. Make sure you always got some light. But it wasn't dark when I was eating them lobster tail. It was daylight. But I had pulled out some meat and it was so good, y'all. I just never would imagine what was down up in yonder. Honey taught me a good lesson. I don't be doing that stuff, child. I just got to see everything. I tied all the pieces. Sure do. From the rooter to the tutor, honey. I just got to know. Miss Deborah says, go ahead and eat that fish, G. It will not hurt you. It's cooked in there. You will be able to tell. All right, Miss Deborah. Y'all be trying to set a girl up now. Y'all know I'm a little weak. Child, I was trying to tell my son the story about that lobster tail, and I was gagging like a gagger. I said, well, dog. They said, my mama, you all right? I said, boy, I don't know if I'm going to make it, honey. I'm about to take my own self out now. You would not be able to. Okay, Miss Deborah. I don't know why Miss Salt Light come down here and playing with me. Miss Salt Light, what you cook today? I felt that an accident still have to be proven. If a person gets unalive, you cannot just say accident. And so you're going against the grain? You're going against the grain, Miss Salt Light. That was the autopsy report. I mean, do it get any deeper than that? I'll wait. Miss Salt Light going, not Salt Light. My thoughts going against the grain. I'm not rallying with you. No. My thoughts, they said it's about a money racket. I know you didn't. They want you. I meant to say my thoughts, Miss Salt Light. I'm sorry. I'm going against the grain. She going against the grain of the autopsy report, and I need to know why. Why cause? They can lie too. But what would that benefit a person that the man that does the autopsy report never knew, never seen before? What did they say? The autopsy, G? They said it was ruled in the justice for Tyrone. It was ruled as an accident. Um. So what happened to the car? What happened to cause the accident? I'm not really sure, but I can tell y'all this. Um. When they first had Tyrone, I mean, when they first had Polo on Tyrone's case, Polo said that it was not as bad as they saying it was. Natasha came out and said blunt force trauma. He said it wasn't like that. So we don't know. I feel as though there's something that they're hiding. Um, Miss Salt and Light says I went to the Pirates Cove and hot the what is that? Pollock fried fish, spinach, casserole, and baked apples. Ooh, baked apple. Ooh, that sounds good, hun. Child. Ooh, that sound good. So I gather you didn't cook today. Being a little taste of lazy. Mm. My thoughts is how many times have the truth come out after the fact? People push cases through all the time to close cases on people deemed not that important. Well, my thoughts, that is true, but what would he gain from that? And then at the same time, my thoughts, we got to keep in mind how many lies Natasha keep coming out here telling the good people. I just need to know what is her gain. And then they said that excuse me, y'all. They said that $9,000 they took that to Amazon. They went shopping. So what is you really doing with the people's money that's trying to help? My concern with that is there's going to be people that hits the internet, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. They're going to really need some help. Then they're going to be them people that have that flashback of what Natasha them did and how they went about doing it. Polo said Natalie says F them people. She says she don't know y'all people or the people that's giving them money. F them people. You can't do that. You cannot do that because there will be people that really need support, but will be a little hesitant to give support because of what Natasha and Natalie has come out here and done. I don't like that. I don't like it. I feel like Natasha is going harder for Dro for whatever her reason is, more than she went harder for her son that got pow. We ain't never heard nothing about her son. You wait till Dro get unalived, then you come out with all this bullshit. No, there's something else behind it, and I needs to know what it is. It seemed like the police believe Lulu that Tyrone jumped out of the car. Yes, Miss Deborah, that's what it seems like. And besides, y'all, they said that wasn't Tyrone's first rodeo ride as of jumping out of the car. I think in 2011, he's jumped out of the car then. I mean, what is it with him and jumping out of the dang on car? What's really going on? And then Dro and his daddy then wasn't even on speaking terms when he was unalive, y'all. Did y'all know that? He wasn't talking to them people. And then, let me see, can I get y'all this picture? Wait a daggone minute. Oh, suck it now. Where is it at? Honey. Oh my goodness. Mm. Oh my goodness. Oh, dang it. Mm. Don't y'all get scared. Don't y'all get scared now. This right here, y'all. Take a good look. Take a good look at him. Look into his eyes. This right here is AKA Justice for Tyrone Davis' father. This is Tyrone Davis' father. That's right. I've been meaning to show y'all him the other day. Honey, they said this man got a wife and a girlfriend that does allegedly threesomes together. And when he went down yonder to Gainesville, Florida, he didn't go down there to get no justice for Dro. He went down there to get some of that vajayjay from a little young tenderoni. Y'all heard what I said? That ain't what he went down there for, cause the people set up 3 appointments with him, and he never showed for neither one of them. Y'all heard what I said? Let me get this monkey off my thing, cause I can't look at him but too long, Charlie. Me works my nerves. I can't look at him but so long. But y'all go ahead and elaborate on that. That was Justice for Joe, Tyrone Davis's father. Mm-hmm. What's that on his head, baby? I've been trying to look and try to figure that out, Miss Saltlight. I ain't came up with no conclusion at all. Oh my, what the heck is that on on his head? I don't know, y'all. I've been trying to figure it out. Miss Maria says that my thoughts makes me wonder what was going on in the car to make him jump out. That part right there. But that was Tyrone's daddy, y'all. So if he wasn't, and the mother said he was trying to get away from them people, y'all. So as for me, this is just my opinion. I am entitled to it. I think they just up to something else. If them people that gave that money, if them people, they don't know me, nah, you don't do no mess like that, Natalie. You don't do no mess like that. And now you got that lady, what's her name, Shanita Jackson coming out, going out the Polo. Polo done snatched her wig off several times. Polo said, you picked the wrong one, honey. You better have to ask somebody about me. Polo let him know. You supposed to be out here doing advocacy for Dro. Every time you go live, all you talking about is Polo. You ain't said nothing no different. You ain't said nothing. You always talking about Polo. Polo went in, child. When I tell y'all Polo snatched her wig clean off her head, he snatched it off. Miss Maria says, in my thoughts, it makes me wonder what was going on. Okay, read that one. Justice for Tyrone Davis. My thought says Lulu sure did get that car past the scene fast. She could have pulled a pow on him and made him jump out. They should have been searching the area for a clue or two and not take her word. Absolutely. But my thoughts, do you think if there would have been foul play found in the autopsy, they wouldn't have reported that? Miss Deborah says the daddy family once was saying he was not close to his mom, I guess, side of the family. Yeah, that's what they were saying. But what it was, they were saying that the Dro was coming to the conclusion how all they wanted was what they could get out of him, use him. And they was more or less cutting him off. I think they're trying to continue calling out Dro's name to get something. Justice for the babies. Yes, Miss Maria. Thank you so much for the yellow. That is so pretty. Justice for the babies. But yeah, they something ain't right with those people. And just like Polo said, when the truth do come out, they're gonna be some sad people. They're gonna be a lot of sad people behind all of this stuff right here. But my thing is, why you going so hard for your nephew and you didn't go that hard for your son that got pow? Yes, your son survived. He survived. Unlike Dro, he's no longer here, but he wasn't pow down or nothing like that. But at the same time, why didn't you come out when your son was pow? And the loudest person is always, you got to watch them loud people. Natasha's too loud for me. She's just too loud. I don't like her attitude and all that kind of stuff. My thought says I did not say the pow. She powed him. She could have pulled it in motion to use it, and he jumped out. I don't think I said you said she did, but if I did, I apologize. I'm not sure. All I know, she said that she did let him know that they had a bad argument or something of that sort. What made him jump out of the car, I'm not sure. My thoughts, I don't know if I don't think she was dating Dro in 2011, but they did say back in 2011 he jumped out of the car. You know, I'm not sure. I don't know. You know, mental illness is real. We do know that. Miss Deborah says, "Well, I wonder why he did not feel that way about Lulu because it sounds like she only used him." Yeah, everybody around him, Miss Deborah, seemed like they was using him. And if y'all really, justice for Romika, thank you, Miss Maria, appreciate that. If y'all really look at him on his over there on his Facebook, Dro Tyrone, he kind of seemed like he was a little slow. And I hate to say that, but it is what it is. He kind of looked like he was a little slow. And when you're around a bunch of vultures that see that you're not as smart as maybe I am, they're going to try to use you for whatever they can use you for. So I just feel like that was one of those reasons. He had a very good heart. He was about helping his people or helping whomever he could help. And I just feel as though they just took the advantage of him. And even in death, they still trying to take the advantage of him because you can't tell me the aunt is not after something. She going harder than the mother is. When the mother says the autopsy said what it said, she said, "I just want to grieve in peace." She just want to grieve in peace. Whatever the autopsy said, maybe they left something out on it. Don't know, not sure. But the mother has accepted what was on the autopsy, and she just want to grieve her son. I mean, it happened in December. That's it. That's all. But why is Natasha going so hard for this? What is the reason? My thought says it's the mom losing three sons for me. Daughters better run. The mother may have done something in her past that is visiting her children. So that's what we talk about all the time. Karma doesn't always come at us. It can come at our kids, our grandkids, and all of the above. Miss Deborah says, "I said the same thing, G. Tyrone seemed a little slow watching his videos." He does. And that's not to, degrade him in no kind of way, but he just seemed like he was one of those that was not at his age. Maybe he was, I'm going to say, and I don't know this to be true, but I'll say he was like 30, 35. Maybe he had a 25 mindset or something. He wasn't up to par with his, whatever. And you just never know. And then y'all saw the daddy. That was Tyrone's daddy. He thinking he a damn gigolo. What? You hot biscuit. You better go sit down somewhere. You hot biscuit. You better go somewhere and sit down somewhere thinking you a gigolo. And the young girl he was out there with down yonder in Gainesville, Florida, done came out here and drug him for filth. She said he didn't have no money. He lied to the girl, told her he done paid for over 3 funerals. What? And couldn't find out, he was asking the girl, talking about he need to finish paying his cell phone bill. His daughter, something other, he needs some more money. And she said, being the person I am, I tried to help. I did what I could. I think he needed $200 for a cell phone bill. I think she sent him 50 or 100 or something like that, honey. But she was trying to help him. But child, she done drug him for snatched his wig or whatever that was on his head completely off. Miss Deborah says it seems like Tyrone was on the spectrum. Yes, Miss Deborah, absolutely. I totally have to agree. And no disrespect to him at all. No disrespect to him. But Miss Deborah, when you got a person like that could be possibly on the spectrum, but at the same time, he has a good heart, people tend to take the advantage of you. That's it. That's all. My thoughts is, hello, Bush. Campers, please hit the like button. Thank you, my thoughts. Y'all, please hit the like button. Y'all up over here. You're more than welcome to pop down in the chat and engage with us. You'll have fun. But we don't do mess. Don't do that up over here because they going to get you. I'm already going to tell you, they're going to get you. They is. But yeah, I hate that happened to him in that way. But as for me, I do feel a little bit peace. The autopsy said it was ruled as an accident, y'all. What if it could have been something internal or something? Because I'm telling y'all, they said the blunt force trauma. Natasha put that out there. Is it true? That doesn't mean it's true. Now I'm gonna believe Polo over Natasha. Polo said it wasn't like that. So I'm riding with Polo every time over Natasha. Miss Deborah says, "Oh yeah, Tyrone seemed like a kind and loving person. He did, and he wanted everybody to succeed, but at the same time, they took the advantage of him." Miss My Thought says that Daddy looks like he hitchhikes his way through life. My thoughts, they said he was about that life. Remember, he said he just wanted what was his, whatever was in that tackle box. There was something in the tackle box. Was he out there with the rugs? Allegedly, he was out there with the rugs and any other kind of things he was out there with. Allegedly, they said he put hands on women. That's the word out here on the streets. So I'm not trusting that dad. He doesn't seem like a nice, kind, loving father to me. He looks like the type of father that gonna do whatever he gonna do to get over. They said the father spent some time in the clink clink. They says Natasha's husband is in the clink clink for fraud. They said Natasha's sister husband is in the clink clink for touching children, allegedly. So I don't trust them people, y'all. I don't. My thought says to be brain unalive, he had to have something going on with his head. Absolutely, Miss. My thoughts, and it could have been something that we're not detected. We detected at an early point in his life. It could have been something ongoing. How do we know how long he been going to the doctor? Did he go to the doctor? We don't know none of that stuff. So, but I do know that they saying that blunt force trauma to the head, that wasn't what it was. That was something that Natasha put out there. That family is not ideal. It is not. I just think they up to something and it's gonna come out. Miss Maria says that my thoughts not hitching through life. Yeah, but I don't trust on people. I don't know what they trying to gain from this. I really don't. But they now throwing out their private investigator. And they went from they don't need no money to now they need all this money. Thank you, Miss Maria. They need all this money from the people on the internet. What the people on the internet is feeling like right about now is too many lies been told, too much stuff done been going on. Polo asked them nicely to come out and let the people know what's going on and all that stuff. Clean up the misunderstanding / lie, clean up all that, and they wouldn't do it. So Polo said, "Okay, I'm about to blast that ass." Miss Daphne says, "What happened to him was so sad and depressing. Damn shame." Absolutely, Miss Daphne, I agree with that. But that's why Polo is out here, and they mad about it, and they know Polo about to tell all the tea, and they pissed off at Polo. So now that's why they call themselves having what's that chick name? Something other Jackson coming out here and Polo snatching a wig off every time she pop up out here. She ought to be tired of her wig and the glue popping off by now and just say, you know what, I can't fool with him. My thought says, have any of them posted the autopsy report? I don't believe anything any of them are saying. No, they haven't posted the autopsy report on my thoughts. And they saying they're going to give you, they're only going to tell you what they want to tell you. That's it. That's all. And they've come out and said that they're not going to tell y'all everything, but they want y'all, the people, to continue to give them money. But my thing is, for what? I mean, they tell me if you would have got lawyers, then if lawyers felt that they need PIs, then they would have got them. But you just going straight for a PI and not a lawyer. People could be sued and all of that. No, they just trying to. I don't get good feeling. I just don't get good feeling. That's just my opinion only. Miss Maria says, Salt Lake, good night, gorgeous, sleep well. Good night, my thought. Miss Salt Lake, child, I keep getting y'all mixed up. Have a wonderful day. My thought says, have a wonderful night. Yes, thank you. Miss Salt and Light says, ladies, I would catch the rest on replay. I have to be at my desk at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. May you all be blessed with pleasant dreams and sleep well. You too, love you. Thank you so much for showing your love and support. Greatly appreciate you popping in. I ain't gonna be up here too much longer because I gotta go to sleep myself. My thought says, well, my money going to the resort, not from them to go to the mall. Thank you, my thoughts. And see, that's what bothers me the most, because somebody's gonna really need it. Miss Sonia says, good night, everyone. Good night, Miss Sonia. Love you. And it's just gonna mess up things that I feel like people that really needs help and they're gonna have a flashback from this right here, what they did. Y'all know what they say: one monkey can kill everything. My thoughts is that Sonya, she says, have a good night. Yeah, it only take one, y'all, to discourage. And y'all got to think about it. They try to do a GoFundMe. They try to do Venmo. Um, and all them other things, cash apps and all that other stuff. And GoFundMe told them no, they couldn't do it. Because you think about it, if the people would have found out that they took that GoFundMe money, they would have been held responsible for that. But with the Venmo, cash apps, and Zelle and all that other stuff, they're not responsible for it. They're not going to have to pay them people back that money. So, it's really sad what they're doing and how they're using Joe's name. Miss Sain says, oh, I thought you were leaving. I'm here. Thank you, Miss Sain. Yeah, I think I was saying good night to somebody. Miss Maria says, son, good night, Suge, sleep well. Yeah, but they're not having to explain anything with using the apps that they was using, but with that GoFundMe, yeah, they would have been held responsible for it. As for me, I just feel like they're up to something. Why you going this hard for your nephew and you didn't go hard at all for your son? I mean, nobody's above my kids. Do I love my nephews? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. But if my son would have got pow, I would have been screaming from the rooftop to, for people to help me try to find out, get justice for my son and all of that. But she didn't do none of that stuff. So what is it? What is it about Tyrone Davis that's got you going so hard? The mother, Tyrone's biological mother, wants you to shut up, and you won't shut up. Why? What are you hoping to gain? What are you and Natalie hoping to gain from this? My thought says they would have gotten more if they set up a trust for the kids. There is a special place for people like this, for the love of money. And she was out in the streets the other night. Natasha and Natalie both. And I know grief. Everybody grieved differently. I got that, y'all. Y'all don't have to tell me that. I get that part. But you out here in the streets at the club somewhere, honey? Wait, what? Child, make me think you trying to put some money on your man's book that's on the clink clink. Child, I ain't got 2 cents for you. I don't have 2 pennies for you. I don't. They want money just like the mom and dad. Yeah, my thoughts, but the mom is quiet. The mom has not said anything. It's on the father's side, and the father. They said the father is flat out broke. My thoughts. All of those people, they said they broke. And then Natasha's husband is in the clink clink for frauding. Natasha's sister husband is in the clink clink for touching kids, allegedly. Not the mother is quiet. She's quiet, and they said that Lulu told them what happened. Y'all go over there and listen to that Polo. He do a lot of cussing, but he gonna get his point across. I don't trust some people, y'all. No, Natasha and Natalie's up to something. They see a way to get some quick money, and like they said, F them people. Do you know if they really got a PI? Do you really know that? Do you know the person that they perhaps one day they're not going to disclose the PI person now? One day, if they disclose the PI person, could that really be a PI? How did we know? We wouldn't know that. We don't know. They throw anybody out there in your face. Child, I cannot. I don't trust them. I feel like everybody let Dro down and all of that kind of stuff. Shout out to him. Prayers up. To his mama. Prayers up to his mama. I don't trust Natasha and Natalie. I don't trust them people. That daddy looks broke, dusty, and busted. Child, my thoughts are, he look like he think he's a gigolo, my thought. This dude thinking he's a gigolo. This daddy is the one that wanted Polo to do his investigation, run up and down these streets, back and forth. They never gave Polo money for gas or anything like that. And now guess what, my thought? The daddy won't even answer Polo's phone call, y'all. He won't answer him. What? What did Polo do to you? Polo said, every time you call me, man, I answer the phone. If I had a missed call from you, dude, I returned your phone call. But you see me calling you and you won't even call me back? He said, you was the one that reached out to me and asked me to do this for you. And now you won't talk to me? Man, I don't trust some people, y'all. Y'all got to get over there. Polo is on Facebook, child. He putting it out there, and he's putting it out there like right now. I hope the people that have given, just count it as a loss. But for the people that has been listening to them, don't interact with it. Don't interact with it because, like I said, when they first came out, they were saying they didn't need nobody's money. It wasn't about no money. They didn't need this. They didn't need that. Woota, 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 and all that stuff. Now every time you turn around, they're out here begging for this and begging for that. And now they got Shanita Jackson up there. She look like a crook, too. Man, y'all trust them folk over there if y'all want to. You trust them if you want to, honey. So for the ones that has given from their heart, trying to help, look at it, count it as a loss. Know that God will bless you and all of that. But Natasha and Natalie out here doing what they're doing to the people, they're not gonna gain from that. They won't prosper from that. They're not gonna prosper from it. Mm-mm. That's not gonna happen. Uh, My thoughts is again, when people hire investigators for high profile cases like this, they usually have an announcement and the person speaks for them. I call con games. That's okay. Thank you, my thoughts. Girl, I knew you was right there with me, honey. I knowed it. I knowed it. I knowed it. That's Shanita Jackson, honey. She looks just like them, like a bunch of crooks, honey. I don't trust them folk. Miss Daphne says, now all of them gotta find someone else to use. Rest in peace, young man. They can't abuse you no more. Absolutely. Ooh, that was heart touching. That was so heart touching, Miss Daphne. But you're absolutely right. They used him. They really did, and then they still trying to use him. They really is. And now, y'all, let me throw this out here. I'm about to get up off of here. And now, y'all, Natalie want to say we want to know what to tell the kids. You tell the kids what the damn autopsy report said. That's what I say. That's what you tell the kids. Why is y'all got to know what to tell the kids? You ain't the grandmother. You the second cousin or some dang on body. Let the mother and the grandmother tell the kids. What are you doing? What about your own damn kids? I cannot. She didn't get me out of character, y'all. Y'all saw that then. Y'all saw how they got me. They took me right on down through there. Took me down through there. I can't watch these people. They make my head hurt. Mine's too. Mine's too. It's still powder blue, don't move. My justice for Dro. Justice for what? I cannot. I'm telling y'all. I ain't never frauded nobody. I ain't never this. Well, you can tell us anything. In the words of Natalie, your niece, you don't know them fucking people. Fuck them people. That's what Natalie said. I ain't said y'all. That's what Natalie said. I said, well, okay. Natalie said that about the people, honey. Fuck them people. I don't know them people. So she getting your money and she saying F you and she don't know you and she ain't got to know you. That's what Natalie said, yeah. I ain't said, but y'all, I'm about to get up off here, child. We had to resume tomorrow, honey. Miss Daphne says, breaks my heart. I have a son on the spectrum and I would lose my mind. I would too, Miss Daphne. Nothing against nobody on the spectrum, but 9 times out of 10, they do be taken advantage of. That's just it. That's all. When you got a heart like, what we seen, you can look at him on Facebook. He's over there when he was doing morning motivation, speaking and stuff, Tyrone. You can see, and they used him, y'all. They used this dude. That's it. That's all. I bet all of them have a rap sheet long as I-95. Girl, don't make me hit 95. My thoughts ain't messing with you tonight. I ain't about to do it. I ain't about to do it. But anyway, y'all, I have enjoyed y'all. Thank y'all for popping in and listening. Thank you to my older sister for talking me off that ledge. I love you so much. I greatly appreciate y'all. I tell y'all all the time, we're gonna talk about something, child. And we've had a good evening. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope everybody's had an amazing day. If you did not, or if you think you have had a bad day, try going without one. Just try going without one. But anyway, I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Happy Sunday. Y'all be safe out there. Thank you, Miss Deborah. Miss Daphne says good night. Good to be back. I'm so happy you are back. Thank God for you. I appreciate y'all so much showing y'all love and support. If I'm not mistaken, before we get off, I think we're about like 7 away from 2K. And I'm not even gonna say again, because you know God is always in the mix and He's always got the last say. So we're almost at our 2K mark. And I think we're gonna get it before this month's out. Again, thank y'all so much for your love and support. If you're catching this on the replay, hello and welcome. Please make sure you hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. I greatly appreciate you so much. If y'all get the opportunity to hit that hype button, hype up the video, hype up the video. Whose house? Our house. See y'all tomorrow. Good night.